Hello everyone, welcome to this channel of YouTube by LPT for your IP Math preparation. In today's video, I am going to deal with 10 hacks that will help you to ace 90% accuracy with your grammar questions. Now students, when I say that it is 90% accuracy with your grammar questions, what I am presuming is that you are clear with the fundamentals, you have studied the concepts in your classes, and you have practiced enough questions to make sure that you understand what these hacks are dealing with. I will be giving you a quick look in terms of how can you maximize your score in grammar question. Let's have a look at that. The first hack relates to subject-verb agreement. Okay, so subject-verb agreement is the most important topic for your grammar skills. So what happens here is you have a singular subject for a singular verb, plural subject for a plural verb. Just remember that when you have these words like each, either, neither, everyone, much, they are actually singular. The hack is ignore extra phrases like along with, as well as, in addition to. The subject is still singular. So we have studied subject verb agreement. I'm sure you know how to deal with the question types. It's just that remember there are some exceptions to subject verb agreement that will be asked in the question paper. Let's look at the second one here. Tense consistency cheat code. So you will be looking at some of the tense questions also. Again, IP Math does give you questions of tenses. So what happens here is that stay in the same tense unless there is a clear timeline change. Common IP Math traps are sudden tense shifts in the middle of a sentence. Just remember, if nothing hints at a timeline jump, keep the tenses same. So when there is no shift in the time sequence, just make sure that your tense remains the same. That was your second hack, students. Let's look at the third one. Modifier. I'm sure you would have dealt with parallelism and modifier in your classes. Here is the modifier placement trick, which is modifiers like adjectives or descriptive phrases must be close to what they modify. We have already studied that modifying phrase refers to the modifier it is being talked about. So what happens here is that when you say running fast, the finish line was crossed, you know that it was not the finish line that was running fast. So you correct by saying running fast, he crossed the finish line. So this is one thing you should always remember when you're dealing with modifiers. Let's quickly go to the next one. Parallelism rules. So modifiers and parallelism are of course very important rules for you, because along with the subject verb agreement, these three topics form most of the questions in IP Math. Alright, so parallelism rule states that list and comparison need matching forms. So are words in a list or comparison structured the same? So just remember, she likes reading, writing and drawing all follow the same structure, that is ing form and ing form. So you just remember that parallelism has to be taken care of. Let's look at the next one, which is pronoun reference shortcuts. A pronoun must clearly refer to just one noun only. No vague pronouns like it, they or this without clear linkage. So if you have to guess what a pronoun means, it is probably wrong. So you should be having a clear indication in terms of saying if you have used a certain pronoun, it refers to a noun and you are clear in terms of to what it is referring to. Then you have preposition cheat sheet. So prepositions, again an important topic. Some of the questions in the past year papers have been from prepositions, and this seems to be a challenging question because see what happens is prepositions are mostly asked in the form of fixed prepositions. So what I would suggest is that you have these main prepositions here, define relationship between two nouns. Now learn to understand common prepositional phrases like responsible for. This is a fixed preposition case. Similarly, you have interested in and capable of. So what I would generally recommend is that when it comes down to prepositions, make sure that you are revising fixed prepositions and you are maintaining the pace while solving those questions. Shortcuts for idioms and fixed expressions. Again, you do have questions of idioms and phrases in IP Math. What I'm trying to tell you here is that there are some fixed expressions. So some phrases in English are fixed, you can't change them. So for example, you say capable of, prefer X to Y and accused of. So remember, idioms and phrases have to be taken at the face value. Learn them as you go and make sure that you stick to how it is to be used in a sentence. Preposition, then you have the next one. Shortcuts for spotting errors. Now this helps you big time because when you're solving a grammar question in IP Math, you can follow this pro forma. So check subject verb agreement or the match first, then check pronoun references, check modifier placement, and then check tense. This is the sequence which will help you to understand that you probably get an 80% of accuracy in terms of questions that you are solving there. Comparisons must be logical. So when you talk about comparisons being made, I'm sure you would have done adjectives in your class. So when you are making a comparison, the comparison has to be very clear. So what happens here, if you look at the example, the salary of a manager is higher than a clerk. So you are comparing salary with a clerk, which is incorrect usage. So what you would say is the salary of a manager is higher than that of a clerk. So make sure that your comparisons are clear, they are up to date, and they respect in terms of what is being talked about and what is being compared. And before we end up this video, there is the last trick, that is redundancy trap. Redundancy trap refers to that using of some extra word which is non-essential in a particular sentence. So IPMAT loves giving extra unnecessary words to confuse you. If two words mean the same, remove one. So if two words have a similar meaning, you need to remove one of them. For example, you don't say return back, you say simply return. You don't say free gift, you say gift. You don't say advanced planning, you simply say planning. So just remember, she returned back home is incorrect. You will actually be saying she returned home. Now these are the 10 hacks that I was talking about. Go through this slide once again. Just make sure that your basics is done, your homework is done, you have practiced enough questions, and you keep these hacks in mind when you're solving grammar questions. I hope this would help you, and it will also give you a leverage in terms of how do you maximize your score in IPMAT grammar questions. Thank you so much guys. See you in the next video.